Hit. Hits 1055. That was Genesis with Invisible Touch. Good morning. Welcome to the morning show. Hope everyone is having a fantastic Friday morning. Habitat Chat with Habitat for Humanity of Miami and Shelby County is brought to us by Lockhart Incorporated. And in the studio with me right now, I have Scott Barr from Habitat for Humanity of Miami and Shelby County. Good morning, Scott. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing great. How are you doing, Tracy?
I'm doing good. It's Friday and the sun is shining, so I'm great.
One of my greatest is starting Fridays with you. You know you're at the end of the week and the weekend's around the corner and we get to share the great news of what's happening with Habitat. And so, first of all, we want to thank all the companies and all of the donors that are supporting us. In the last week and a half, we've had Crane, Ashley Heim State Farm, Johnson Electric, all volunteering time inside the workshop at what we call the Hack, helping build sponsored playhouses, and we have somewhere around 4 complete, and 2 in process. And we're going to be doing a lot of deliveries here and dedications, which is very exciting. And again, those are symbols of what we build, what we repair, and the sponsorship support the home repair program, which is really exciting. And we anticipate at the end of July we'll be somewhere around 11 homes repaired at the this year so far. And as we've launched that program, we'll be wrapping up a home in Troy today where we've helped a senior with some kitchen flooring and cabinets that were not attached properly and working, and we had some rust outside that we were able to grind down on an aluminum awning and get that painted. And we had some window repair, not replacement, but some repair because they're the old wooden frame windows. So again, stabilizing, and that home already looked nice, and it looks really nice with the areas that needed attention to get that attention. Also, we've been blessed recently with some grants and some gifts that have come in, and we want to thank the Troy Foundation. We mentioned that last week that they supported us with a $20,000 gift, and we have their logo now on the back of our van. That the van was funded by a grant from the Troy Foundation. We received a gift from the Troy Eagles, and that was dedicated to the actual workshop activity area, and we're going to be doing some work in there that needed to be done. We received a notification that we were going to be getting a small grant from Starbucks neighborhood program, and so we were pretty happy about that. They came in and volunteered as actually one of our very first volunteer groups when we started Project Playhouse back in the January, February timeframes. And then Farmers Merchant notified us that we were getting a small mini grant as well. And so, that funding is critical because we are growing programming and we are growing operations, and is very much needed to sustain, the growth that we want to do. And, before we go to break, because when we come back from break, I want to talk a little bit about the Restore today. But, very exciting that we are announcing on Tuesday, August 6th at 10 a.m. in Piqua, we will be doing a groundbreaking for the next build. Nice. It will be in Miami County, as the last 5 builds have been in Shelby County. And we have selected a family, and Clopay is our sponsor, and we will be working with Clopay on the marketing and communication of not only the introduction of the family, but throughout the process of the next build. So there are a lot of exciting things going on when you look at home repairs being completed, getting companies involved in the process, and starting that next build. So, can't say enough about all of our volunteers and our staff that are making that happen. And we continue to have additional volunteers come into our operation, and we would love to have you join us. We're looking for volunteers in our Restore, and we're looking at volunteers in our home repair program, in the workshop. We'll talk more again about what a volunteer in the Restore would be when we come back from break. But if you'd like to learn more about that Restore, about volunteering for us, 937-332-3763. ask for Mo, which is Maureen or O'Keefe, or myself. We'd love to answer questions and see if there's a way that you might be able to partner with us.
Yeah, awesome. Well, there's going to be more of Habitat Chat with Habitat for Humanity. But first, Our House by Madness. It's Hits 105.5. Hits 105.5. That was Madness with Our House. Good morning. Welcome to the morning show. Hope everyone's having a fantastic Friday morning at 8:18 a.m. 57 degrees here in the Upper Miami Valley. In the studio with me, I have Scott Barr from Habitat for Humanity of Miami and Shelby County with Habitat Chat, brought to us by Lockhart Incorporated. Good morning, Scott. How are you?
Great. Glad we get to continue our conversation. I want to talk about that Restore in Troy, Ohio, that you go by and you see big Restore, and then the smaller letters to the left of it is Habitat. And that is our Restore, and that is open to everybody in the public. And it is one of the ways that we do generate revenue versus doing a big, gala event or a big fundraiser or a signature event. Well, we operate a Restore with many donated furniture supplies, furniture, couches, dining room, everything you could think of. Lighting, sinks, lawn and garden. We get countertops, vanities. We have folks that do kitchen remodels and think of us and say, hey, let's not demo these cabinets. Let's have them removed, and the entire cabinet system makes it into the Restore. And so, I was just in our Restore yesterday, and it is absolutely full, and we have a lot of furniture, and we're getting a lot of pickups. So folks are able to call the Restore at 937-703-9683, including right here in Shelby County. Even though the store is located in Troy, we will bring our drivers and our truck up and pick up those large items that you would not be able to traditionally fit in your car and get to the Troy location for a drop-off. And those hours are Tuesdays through Fridays, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. We are repurposing the donated product. It has new life. Some folks are in there for themselves right now. Some are collectors. Some are looking for certain furniture items so they can sand them down and, either repaint them or decorate them for themselves, or to potentially sell them. We know that we are repurposing and giving life again to this furniture. We are licensed in Ohio as a furniture sprayer, and so all furniture that gets donated that has any type of cushions gets sprayed twice. It gets sprayed when it's first dropped off. Then we have a spray room. It gets sprayed a second time. You can be rest assured that you have safe furniture when you are, purchasing used furniture, which is a genuine concern for folks when they're looking at used furniture. And it's one of the reasons why Habitats in general, and certainly for us, furniture is our number one seller. They know that it is safe. It's been, sprayed, and they can go ahead and use it. And so we, there's been major construction on the main 41 there in Troy as they're putting in water lines. And so, it really has started to impact us this month because it's blocking all of the store area. It's tough to see all the construction materials there. So we need your support. We'd love you to come down and see the great things that are in there. We really are full with that summertime of people going through, cleaning out, garage sales happening, and we get a lot of donations. So again, if you're looking for paint, if you're looking for furniture, lawn and care items, lighting, light fixtures, ceiling fans, vanities, cabinets, come on down, see the Restore, know that your purchase is supporting our mission of home repairs and home sustainabilities and making a difference in the two counties. So can't say thank you enough for the opportunity to come in and share the impact of what Habitat's doing in the two counties as we are continuing our home repairs and our next build in Piqua.
Yeah, and that's the thing. One of the things that we were talking off the air, a lot of people aren't familiar. They just think that you build the homes and they're not even familiar with the home repair program. And I think that's great because I love the fact that you were able to keep her window because it was like, I mean, it was an older window and you were able just to fix it and it still looked good and it still, kept the air out.
Yep. Again, vintage to the home, serving more people at the end of the year. Because we have the workshop area, we've already done one community service project this year for an organization, and the goal is to do 2 to 3 a year. And we've met with leadership in the Martin Luther King Community Service Planning Committee, and there may be an opportunity for us as we get into, February of next year, or plan an event that would just happen next year at a time that could be a collaboration between many community partners to drive greater impact.
Yeah, and we talked a little bit about volunteering too, and you really don't, you can volunteer in something. Like me, I should not have power tools, but I can help clean up. I can help do something.
We were talking yesterday about having somebody at a job site that's just willing to say, hey, we ran out of paint. Who's running to Lowe's to get that, so that the volunteers that have the skill are still there working? Maybe you don't want to be on a job site or in somebody's home, but you do like fixing small engines or electrical items or testing lights or ceiling fans. That is a perfect place for the restore. As the items are donated, they have to be tested before that we try to sell them. We just don't take them as is and put them on the floor and assume that they're going to work for that individual. So no matter your skill set, if you have time, we can leverage your time to drive impact with Habitat for Humanity.
Yeah, and go to visit the Restore because you will be surprised at the amount of things and everything was nice. I still want to redo my kitchen with some of those cabinets I saw. But yeah, it's really nice, and people are still not aware that it's open to the public. So
it is absolutely open to the public.
All right. Well, thank you so much. That was Scott Barr from Habitat for Humanity of Miami and Shelby County with Habitat Chat, brought to us by Lockhart Incorporated. Well, I hope you have a good rest of your day.
You do the same. Enjoy this great weather.
I know, it's gorgeous. All right. Coming up next, always something to remind me by Naked Eyes. Can I talk this morning? It's Hits 105.5.